With the first pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Jadeveon Clowney, defensive end, South Carolina.
So when all was said and done, to Ray's point, defense wins championships, as did the Seahawks, and Houston went that direction. Like we said, you know, this is the first time since what, 96, 97, that we have not had a quarterback picked first overall in consecutive years. Keyshawn Johnson, we heard of him. Orlando Pace, 96, 97. Been a long time since it went this way, but in Jadeveon Clowney, he's special. Mel, you said one of the best grades you've given out in a long time on a defender?
Really since 1985, boom, when Bruce Smith came out of Virginia Tech, went to the Buffalo Bills and had an incredible career, Hall of Fame career. Clowney can be a great player. It's up to him. If he does everything necessary to maximize his ability, Clowney can be that good. And you think about a guy who is special on the field, great workouts, but people say, well, he wasn't productive this year. Go back, and I did, the 5 games with coaches tape. And guess what? Stats lie. And they did with Clowney. Yes, he dropped from 13 sacks 2 years ago to 3. He was blocked by 2, 3, and sometimes 4 players on one successive play, back to back to back. You're talking about a guy Superman wouldn't have had 15 sacks the way they were really paying attention.
Here is the second pick.
With the second pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the St. Louis Rams select Greg Robinson, tackle, Auburn.
Just think for 1 second in which division you play. You play against San Francisco. You play against Super Bowl champion Seattle. Oh, by the way, another team, Arizona, had a good defense. They won 10 games, didn't make the playoffs. The Rams can be tough in this division, but they know they've got to protect, coming back from injury, Sam Bradford against rough defensive fronts.
He is a gifted athlete, boom, Greg Robinson. You talk about a physical and athletic freak. He's one of those freaks coming out 6'5", 332 pounds.
Let's go.
They're not going to go defense.
Defensive head coach.
Oh, good.
With the third pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Blake Bortles, quarterback, Central Florida.
Welcome to the draft that's now officially gotten underway. It's Blake Bortles. They want to sell tickets. They want to have an identity. Of course, Henny can play. He doesn't have to necessarily come in and start. Are you surprised, John, Mel, Ray, Bortles, not Manziel, if they're going to go that way?
I'm not surprised. It's all in the eyes of the beholder at this position. Bortles is 6'5", 235 pounds. He has some qualities that remind me of Ben Roethlisberger. Not highly recruited out of high school. He went the long way to get to this point. They have the perfect mentor in Chad Henne, and I spent a lot of time with Bortles. This is a kid who's been in a pro-style offense. He's managed a lot of complex football. He put the Central Florida Golden Knights on the football map. 12 wins, Fiesta Bowl MVP. I think there's a lot of great things ahead in Blake Bortles, Mel.
11th player, John, on a big board. They did reach a little bit for a quarterback.
What Buffalo was in a hurry to get.
The Cleveland Browns have traded the 4th pick to the Buffalo Bills. With the 4th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Sammy Watkins, wide receiver, Clemson.
We had a feeling that if Sammy Watkins, he's a unique player. This is akin, remember Atlanta going up and getting Julio Jones a few years ago by making a bold move, and Julio Jones proved to be great. The Bills have E.J. Manuel in year number 2 of a second-year coaching staff, really with Doug Marrone and company. They need to get him some help. offensive line, etc. Yeah, that was rumored where they would go if they were 9, but you can get that help in the 2nd and 3rd round. This is an electrifying player for a team that is ready to light it up electrically. They need some help, and they just got it, Ray. You love this guy.
Boom, this is the most exciting.
All right, the Raiders. Remember, every other team in that division last year made the playoffs. They're looking up.
With the 5th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select Khalil Mack, linebacker, Buffalo.
University at Buffalo follows a pick by the Buffalo Bills. They've had a few pros. You remember James Starks, running back, Green Bay, was a pick, but certainly they've never had anything higher than a 4th round pick. You love the guy? No, I mean, there's no question. The only quote question, we're talking about the Mid-American Conference like it's, you know, subdivision, which it's not at all. The Mid-American Conference has tons of players for the pros. Should anyone be worried? Apparently the Raiders are not on level of college comp.
You can find something for Manziel to do while he develops.
I don't take it.
With the 16th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Zack Martin, guard, Notre Dame.
It's a great pick. Most improved aspect of the Cowboys last year was their offensive line. They drafted Frederick from Wisconsin. Tyron Smith came into his own at left tackle, and now
I'd be shocked if it wasn't the wide receiver or quarterback. I'll play wide receiver into the mix.
Crowd is yelling Johnny.
The Philadelphia Eagles have traded the 22nd pick to the Cleveland Browns. With the 22nd pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Johnny Manziel, quarterback, Texas A&M.
this is better than the movie draft day. I'm telling you. I like the fact Cleveland came back up and got the young quarterback. This kid needs a little time. He is not a finished product. Johnny Manziel has 2 years of football left at Texas A&M. He came out early. But this is a legitimate dual threat. I hope he likes the cold weather. He has humongous hands for a 6-footer, and he's going to need him throwing the ball next to Lake Erie. But this will really get the crowd base excited in Strasburg.
Well, let's go to Morton Adam on the trade that we were waiting for all night, fellas.
Gomer, I sat across from Browns owner Jimmy Haslam at dinner at the Indianapolis Scouting Combine, and he told me to look me in the eye and said, Johnny Manziel's the most exciting football player he's ever seen. Now, we heard that from David Cutler, too, at Duke, and as John Gruden just said, energizing the fan base. So we're hearing it right here in the music hall. But he does have the hand size to play in the cold weather, especially when you play in Cleveland in that weather. And yes, they like Brian Hoyer, so they can work him in there.
And this really is a Jimmy Haslam pick because Jimmy Haslam, the Browns owner, was his biggest champion. And if you don't think things are turning out in Cleveland, check out this. They have double 3rd-round picks, double 4th-round picks. They have cash, and they have 2 number 1s next year as well to go along with Johnny Football and Justin Gilbert. So Cleveland went through a brutal season, but in the end, it comes out on top.
Well, fans have really followed him for 2 years, John.
Well, he is a legitimate dual threat. He's got astonishing production.
Coach is Mike Zimmer. Norv is up there, offensive coordinator.
Let's see.
The Seattle Seahawks have traded the 32nd pick to the Minnesota Vikings. With the 32nd pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Teddy Bridgewater, quarterback, Louisville.
Wow.
let's go to the commissioner, Willie Brown. Old man Willie walking across the stage with Roger Goodell. Let's see what the Raiders do after taking Khalil Mack in the first round.
To announce the Oakland Raiders selection, please welcome from Grambling State University, an undrafted free agent in 1963, Hall of Fame cornerback Willie Brown.
All right. Thank you very much. Let me, before I announce the pick, let me just say congratulations and to all the moms, happy Mother's Day to all of you moms throughout the world. My mom, she's 99 years old, so hopefully she can make it to October, but she'll be 100 years old. So all you mom, thanks. With the 36th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the mighty Oakland Raiders select, yeah, I know you love us, Derek Carr, quarterback, Fresno State.
A very popular choice among Raider Nation fans here. Derek Carr is indeed the choice out of Fresno State. He gets to stay close to home. Next pick is in. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's go back to the podium.
To announce the Jacksonville Jaguars selection, please welcome from the University of Northern Iowa, a second-round pick in the 2000 draft, center Brad Meester.
With the 39th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Marqise Lee, wide receiver, USC.
A very popular selection here. Marqise Lee overshadowing the camo tux of Brad Meester. Marqise Lee, potential first-round talent, fell to the second round. You have to think Jacksonville got a steal here.
You got to believe it. 5'11 and a half, 192 pounds. 2 years ago with Matt Barkley at quarterback, Marqise Lee led the
Position of strength. Trent Baalke has proven he will draft to a position of strength. It's about value. It's about stockpiling. His team has a certain mentality with the right type of player and person.
Well, there's the commissioner going to the podium, so let's not delay it anymore. Let's hear what Roger Goodell has to say about who they will take at 57.
The Miami Dolphins have traded the 57th pick to the San Francisco 49ers. To announce the San Francisco 49ers selection, please welcome from the University of Washington, a second-round draft pick in 1990 by the San Francisco 49ers, defensive tackle Dennis Brown.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. With the 57th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Carlos Hyde, running back, Ohio State.
The running back run continues, and this might be, when it's all said and done, the best one of the entire bunch.
I think he is the best running back in this draft. First of all, allow Tom Brady to stay upright. Who knows, though, with the Patriots? I'm never right.
True, the commissioner's on the podium.
To announce the New England Patriots selection, please welcome from the University of Southern California, selected 4th overall in 1994 by the Patriots, Willie McGinnis.
Thank you. You guys are so kind. Thank you. Thank you, New York. I love you. I love you. With the 67th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, your New England and my New England Patriots select Jimmy Garoppolo, quarterback, Eastern Illinois.
Well, there's the moment backstage in the green room for Jimmy Garoppolo. And guys, on so many levels, this is a very interesting pick. Before we get into the analysis, just so you know, the highest they've drafted a quarterback since Tom Brady became a starter.
Well, I'm just going to stick with the prospect, Jimmy Garoppolo. I like this pick because he's a developmental quarterback. He shows some traits that you could forecast as being, wow, this guy could be really good if he learns how to play the position.
Receivers, where will they go? Let's go to the podium.
With the 163rd pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Aaron Murray, quarterback, Georgia.
Well, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, the first of the three SEC last name M quarterbacks to go. It is Aaron Murray out of the University of Georgia. Aaron, of course, just like Zach Mettenberger, tore ACL. It's Aaron Murray. It is the Bengals next up on the clock. Let's go to Cincinnati's table and hear what they do.
With the 24th pick of the 5th round, number 164 overall, the Cincinnati Bengals select A.J. McCarron, quarterback, Alabama.
Of course. Of course. We wait all day to find out where these SEC quarterbacks are going. Back to back, it goes Aaron Murray, and now it's A.J. McCarron, Todd.
McCarron has the prototypical measurables you look for. 6'3", 220 pounds. He's a winner. You have to start there.
Dave Gardy is going to make the selection. Let's go to the podium now.
With the 213th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the New York Jets have selected Tajh Boyd, quarterback, Clemson.
This is a fascinating selection because now you have Geno Smith, Michael Vick, and Tajh Boyd in the mix at quarterback. And there's the reaction from the Boyd family and friends as Tajh Boyd is going to be a member of the Jets. And it is a really interesting dynamic as to what offense they're going to run. But let's talk about Boyd here first and foremost.
First of all, he's 6'1", just under 6'1", 222 pounds. The thing that jumped out to me more than
With the 249th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the St. Louis Rams select Michael Sam, defensive end, Missouri.
Good for you, Michael.
So the SEC Defensive Player of the Year goes with the 249th overall selection. Listen to the crowd here at Radio City. And there we are, the Gym Bar, the openly gay sports bar in Los Angeles. The reaction there in West Hollywood, California, as Michael Sam becomes the first openly gay athlete to be drafted in the history of the National Football League. Lots of cheers at the Gym Bar in Los Angeles, and lots of cheers here from the balcony here when Michael Sam's name, that's who he was. He was an openly gay man. Did it wreck the locker room? No. What it did was it helped them, the best seasons in Missouri history, 12 wins, which they had never had before. Okay, as we told you, this is the moment where Michael Sam got the news that he is going to be a member of the St. Louis Rams. There you see him on the phone, and there you see the raw emotion. We've seen this so many times, over and over again for so many players.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, there was the moment where Michael Sam got the announcement. We've seen this over and over again. You know, we saw it with Tajh Boyd. We saw it with Jadeveon Buchanan. The emotion of when you realize all your hopes and dreams have finally been validated, and you get that opportunity to play in one of the most elite fraternities of all time.
One of the great parts, and Jim Harbaugh said it earlier, I couldn't have agreed more. One of the great parts of being a GM and a head coach in this league is making that call. And you get the player on the phone and you say, here I am, I'm representing this team, and we're about to draft you. And you can hear the just overwhelming joy and screams and tears, because for the families and for the players, their lifelong dream has come true. They're on a new road now with new challenges, but they've made that first step and the dream has come true. And it's just, it makes you feel so good to be part of it.
Well, you know, as you said, you don't root for one, you don't root for anyone, you don't root against anyone, but you pull for someone. You hope that they do the best they possibly can now that they've given that opportunity, and it certainly seems like that's the situation here.
This is a grueling process for any prospect.
You take a look at more emotion of the day from
it starts right when the season ends, and then you're working out, you're going through these interviews and everything that's involved in all of this, and then you think for a second everything in addition that he's had to handle emotionally, with all the stress that's on him. You come into this weekend, you're finally here. It starts on Thursday night, then Friday night, and now all day today, just sitting there waiting and watching and waiting and watching. I can't even imagine what he's been going through emotionally and all the pressure and all the stress. And to see that, you can, just as a human being, you can see it all kind of.
With the 7th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Mike Evans, wide receiver, Texas A&M.
So it's Texas A&M's moment to shine. Matthews, Evans, Johnny Football applauding his teammates. And just as you guys say, the Tampa Bay Bucs, who kind of, boy, I don't know if you want to give a crown in March for the best free agent play. Of course, Miami won that last year and they didn't make the playoffs, so just keep that in mind. But they certainly made boatloads of changes. We've identified a few, and now they have two tall receivers, Mel.
They do, and this kid is a former basketball player. Of course, he had played Pop Warner, and he played basketball late in his high school career. You think about where he is at Texas A&M this past season, averaging over 20 yards a catch, with Johnny Manziel getting him the ball, Jake Matthews making it possible for Manziel to get it to Evans. Jump ball situation, John, what it really amounts to, guys, is a power forward out rebounding a point guard. That's what you want. You got the big 6'5", 230-pounder against these 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", corners, and that's the advantage now.
Buffalo knows how to win. Who will he win with?
With the 12th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Odell Beckham, wide receiver, LSU.
I love it. Ray pleading for a wide receiver. You have changed. So Eli Manning says, you know what? You asked the question, where are we going to throw it, Ray? This young man, 5'11", from LSU.
Listen, everybody in this draft pretty much took their needs. So we understand the needs of everybody. But when you talk about the New York Giants, what they need, Eli needs to get his swagger back. CJ.
Do they stay with the time?
With the 17th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select C.J. Mosley, linebacker, Alabama.
Imagine an inside linebacker that tackles for the Ravens. Can you remember one? Wait a minute, Ray.
This is such an appropriate pick for Ozzie right now. For them to have those D tackles in front of this kid, this is a leader at the position of linebacker.
With the 21st pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Ha Clinton-Dix, defensive back, Alabama.
Well, they took Eddie Lacy out of Alabama last year. Mike McCarthy liked the results. Why not go back to Tuscaloosa, Mel? You like the pick.
Well, I like Calvin Pryor a little bit better in the final ratings, but he's gone. And here's Ha Clinton-Dix provides the range they need.
With the 29th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Dominique Easley, defensive end, Florida.
If he gets healthy, like Will Fork and Kelly, they've got three really good inside players, Mel. This kid can play a one-gap, get off the ball.
Bills are on the clock. Let's go to the commissioner. Trent's going to eat the set.
To announce the Cincinnati Bengals selection, please welcome from Florida A&M, a sixth-round pick in the 1969 draft by the Bengals, defensive back Ken Riley.
With the 55th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Jeremy Hill, running back, LSU. Jeremy Hill, running back, LSU.
Well, Todd, you called it. So we go 53 picks without a running back, and now we go back-to-back picks. There are two separate discussions here on Jeremy.